Hi, my name is Misty, and I'm going to lead you guys through a fun kids yoga class today. I have my two lovely volunteers, Will and Tess. They are 9 and 10, and we're going to have a lot of fun. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch a little bit. So we're going to come into a butterfly pose. You guys can sit down, bring your feet together to kiss, and let your knees come out wide. And then we're just gonna fly your little wings up and down, just small ones first. Nice. And then really big butterfly wings. You can imagine maybe that you're an orange and black butterfly. Yeah, monarch. And then we can use your arms to fly also, just to get some wings in the arms, yeah. Great job. All right, and now we're gonna open our legs wide. I'll come a little ahead of you guys, maybe. There we go. And then can you reach your hands really high in the air? And we're gonna paint the rainbow. Do you guys know the colors of the rainbow? Yeah, so what's the first color of the rainbow? Red. Do you guys know red in Spanish? No. Rojo, yeah. And then what's the next color? Orange. And then yellow, there we go. Green, blue, and purple. Indigo, yes. You can paint indigo in the middle, maybe. Can you reach your hands really far? Nice, that's okay, you can bend your knees a little bit. And we're gonna hold this for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good stretching. You can walk your hands back in. All right, we're gonna bring our legs together and just sort of warm up our toes. So flex your toes towards your face and then point them away from you. And then pull them back towards your face and point them away. Nice. Can you flex 1.1? So flex this foot, pull it towards your face, and then point the other toe away. Yeah, and then switch. Nice. Switch. And then switch. Good job. All right, we're going to reach up really high, and you can bend your knees here, Will. We're going to reach for our toes. Yeah. All right, and we're going to hold this again for 5 seconds. We're going to count in Spanish this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. All right, you can come up. So put your hands down. Yep, put your feet down. And we're going to send our bellies up. This is belly up, tabletop. Can you turn your fingers towards the front? Yeah, there you go. All right, now say hi with one foot. Wave your foot. Say hello. Say what's up. There you go. Howdy, friends. All right, can you keep this hand in the air and then lift the opposite foot? Whoa. Yeah, it's tricky, huh? Can you grab your foot, Tess? Nice. All right, let's try that on the other side. All right, so find your balance. Lift one leg. And then lift the opposite arm. So shift the weight into that hand. Yeah. Nice, Will. And then, oh, look, Tess grabbed her foot. Good job. All right, you can sit down, sit crisscross applesauce. All right, and we're just going to do a little stretches of our neck. So look down at your belly. And then way up. And then down. And up. And then look over one shoulder. And over the other shoulder. Good job. Over the other shoulder. Over the other shoulder. Perfect. I want you to pull your shoulders all the way up to your ears and then push them away from you. Again, pull them all the way up to your ears and then push them away from you. Beautiful. All right, put one hand down, one hand up high in the air and reach towards the side. And then do it the other side. So other hand down, reach your arm up high, reach. Perfect. All right. So we're going to put our finger and thumb together like this, and we're going to make little yogi glasses. So you can flip yours upside down. You guys know how to do that? Nice. Good work. And we're going to rest our yogi glasses on our knees, just like this. Beautiful. I'm going to tell you guys how yoga started. A really, really, really long time ago, these men lived way up high in the mountains. And they would meditate all day, sitting just like Tess and Will are sitting up super straight, and they would breathe like this. And they did this for so long that their bodies began to get sore. Their feet started hurting, their legs started hurting, their backs, their bellies, their shoulders, even their tushies. So they started to look all around, and they saw all these animals. They saw cows stretching like this, moo. Yeah, good, Will. And kitty cats stretching like this, meow. And doggies stretching like this, ruff, ruff, ruff. And like this, oh, kind of like a wolf, right? And even snakes, baby snakes stretching like this. And big snakes stretching like this. Remember how we talked about pushing your shoulders away earlier? Yeah, beautiful. And so they started to stretch and move like the animals while they were breathing so that their bodies began to feel good as well as their minds. And that's how yoga started. And yoga, we breathe and move, and it becomes a moving meditation. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm going to teach you guys a few yoga poses. So everyone stand up. We're going to learn something I call tall mountain. So we're going to push the ground away from us with our feet and reach your hands up really, really high. Yeah. And maybe even you can put your hands together if you want to make a point in your mountain. Beautiful. And then we're going to do chair pose. You guys know chair? Yeah, so you keep your feet together, bend your knees like you're sitting in a chair, and maybe reach your hands up high like that. Nice, Will. Good. And then we're gonna, do you guys know tree? So for tree, we can put our foot on our ankle, your calf, or really, really high in your thigh. But you want to send your knee really far away from you. Press your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. So I'm going to put my tree here. Let's see if we can hold that for 3 breaths. Ready? So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Great balancing, you guys. Let's see if we can do that on the other foot as well. So figure out where you want to put your foot. And then get really stable on that leg. Find something to stare at. We call this our drishti in yoga. We're going to hold that again for 3 breaths. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good job. Let's see. Do you guys remember downward dog? Do you remember what that looks like? We just did it earlier. So hands down, feet down, bottom up. Perfect. And then cow. Yeah. So your belly's down. And cat, you pull your belly in and put your chin to your chest. Really press the ground away from you. Good. All right, let's see. There's one more balancing pose we're going to learn, and then we're going to do a song that has some of these poses in it. So stand really strong in your right foot, and then bend into your knee. Reach for the inside of your left foot. And then we're going to try to kick your foot into your hand. Yeah, beautiful. See if we can hold that for 2 breaths. Ready? Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good job. It's okay if we move around and wiggle around. Balancing is hard. Let's try it on the other leg. So press into the ground with your left foot and grab for your right foot. Yep. And then we're going to kick the right foot into the hand. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good job. And see, Will has a nice soft bend in his knee when he's balancing. That helps us utilize all those muscles that help us get stable and strong when we're balancing. So it's good to have that soft bend. All right, you guys ready to move? All right, I'm going to turn on a fun song here. Here we go. This is a dance that's fun to do. When I say yoga slide, here's what you do. Put your hands in namaste. Let your body start to sway. Step to the left, then to the right. Yoga slide is out of sight. Hands up, hands up. We're gonna be yogis. Great job, guys. We're gonna be yogis. Jump up really high and then touch the sky. Jump, jump. Keep jumping, jumping, jumping. 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 Now you touch your toes. This is ragdoll pose. Breathe in and out through your nose, and then come into mountain pose. Clap, 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 jumping jacks. Clap, 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 jumping jacks. It's the yoga slide. Move side to side. It's the yoga slide. Make it wide. Yeah, yoga slide. Come on, take a ride. Drum, drum on your knees. Drum, drum on your knees. Chair pose and freeze. Drum, drum on your knees. Drum, drum on your knees. Drum, drum on your knees. And then come into mountain pose. Clap, 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 jumping jacks. Clap, 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 jumping jacks. It's the yoga slide. Move side to side. It's the yoga slide. Make it wide. It's the yoga slide. Come on, take a ride. To the right, dancer pose. And then come into mountain pose. Slide to the left, dancer pose. Breathe in and out through your nose, and then return to mountain pose. Drum, drum on your knees. Drum, drum on your knees. Breathe deep. So bend into that knee. Yeah. And then come into mountain pose. Drum, drum on your knees. Drum, drum on your knees. Warrior pose, other leg. Yeah. And then come into mountain pose. Clap, 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 jumping jacks. Clap, 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 jumping jacks. It's the yoga slide. Move side to side. It's the yoga slide. Make it wide. It's the yoga slide. Come on, take a ride. Tall be a tree. Now the other side. Keep your arms out wide. Then come into mountain pose. Drum, drum on your knees. Drum, drum on your knees. Eagle pose and freeze. So cross one leg over and you can cross your arms. Maybe even do this. Drum, drum on your knees. Eagle pose and freeze. And then come into mountain pose. Clap, 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 jumping jacks. Clap, 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 jumping jacks. It's the yoga slide. Move side to side. It's the yoga slide. Make it wide. It's the yoga slide. Come on, take a ride. Down on the floor, and let's do some more. Crisscross applesauce pretzel pose is the boss. Twist to the right. Twist to the left. Twist to the right. Now it's time to, the yoga slide is the best. Lay your body down and don't make a sound. Good job, you guys can sit up. What did you think? You learned a lot of poses. Do you remember some of the poses that we learned? Warrior. Do you remember what warrior looks like? Yeah, nice strong warriors, guys. And you said eagle. That's a fun one. You get to hug your legs. You get to give yourself a big hug in this pose. Yeah. What else was there? Tree. Tree, yeah. Tree. What else, Tess?
He said most of the ones I remember.
Do you remember the one we learned right before where we grabbed our foot? Dancer? Yeah. Nice. So now we're going to learn something called a sun salutation. In yoga, it's a way you say hello to the sun with your body. A sun salutation is a series of poses like the things we just did that all connect. So I'm going to teach you guys a traditional sun salutation, and it looks like this. So everyone get in their downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, I want you guys to look at your hands, bend your knees, and then jump to your hands. Beautiful. All right, let's do that.
Remind me of burpees.
It does. It is kind of like burpees. You're absolutely right. All right, let's do that again. We're going to look at your hands, bend your knees, and then jump to your hands. Beautiful. All right, halfway lift. So I want you to push your legs away from you. Make your back super tall. So you can have your hands on your thighs or your shins. Remember we talked about dropping your shoulders? Try to push your shoulders away from your ears. Gorgeous. All right, and then forward fold, touch your toes. All right, now we're going to do a tall, tall mountain pose. Nice. And then back down, touch your toes. Halfway lift, push your legs away, back is nice and straight. And then put your hands down, step your feet back. We're going to come into a high plank, like we're going to do a push-up. This is the burpee feel, huh? All right, and then shift onto your tippy toes, and then come all the way down to your belly. You can drop down to your knees first, and then we're going to do a big cobra. Push your chest up. Gorgeous. And then back down to your belly. Tippy toes on the mat. Downward facing dog. Hips come nice and high. Nice. So you can bring your feet a little closer to your hands so your hips are higher. Yeah, gorgeous. All right, we're going to do that again, except for this time I want you to try breathing while you do it. I'll tell you when to breathe. So we're going to breathe in, look at your hands. Breathe out, hop to your hands. Beautiful. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, tall mountain. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, high plank. Breathe in, shift forward. Breathe out, lower all the way down to your belly. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, down to your belly. Breathe in, toes on the mat. Breathe out, downward facing dog. You guys can sit for a moment. Did it feel a little different when you were breathing?
Not a little bit.
So in yoga, we breathe like that while we're moving to try to help us be really mindful, to try to only think about what we're doing in that moment. So when we're focusing on our breath and doing yoga poses, it's really hard to think about anything else. That's why it becomes that moving meditation we talked about earlier. Kind of cool, huh? So we're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to do some fun partner poses. Let's get back in our downward dog. All right, so breathe in, look at your hands. Breathe out, hop to your hands. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, tall mountain. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, high plank. Breathe in, shift forward. Breathe out all the way down to your belly. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, down to your belly. Breathe in, toes on the mat. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Nice work, you guys. All right, did you like that? Yeah? Yes, ma'am. All right, we are going to do some partner poses, but first things first, we want to make sure we don't have any germs, so we're all going to get a little Purell. Here you go. And then we're going to do something called a double down dog. So, who wants to be the down dog on the bottom? There's going to be one down dog down here, and then another down dog that's kind of like a handstand. Okay, so Will, can you come over here, and we're going to go sideways. So you can put your hands here and your feet here, and just get so come over this way a little closer to Tess. And you put your hands over here, yeah. And then send your hips nice and high, so walk your feet a little closer to you. Perfect. All right, Tess, you're going to put your hands on the ground like this, and then you're going to walk your toes up his back. So try to bring your hips over your shoulders. I'll help you. So, yep, beautiful. Now walk your hands in a little closer to him. Keep your hips over your shoulders. So bring your hips this way a little. Yeah. So walk your hands away from him maybe a little bit because you're long. And now bring your hips over your shoulders. That way. Gorgeous. Look at that shape. Nice work, you guys. You're strong, Will. And then when you're ready to come down, just bring your feet off to the side. So that's a fun little thing to play with, right? Do you want to try doing it the other way and her being on the bottom?
I don't know.
Well, you can.
Probably hold them.
Oh, yeah, you can. Do you want to try it?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. It's yes or no.
I don't care.
Why don't you try it on the bottom? Let's let him have a try. So you can come over here. So hips nice and high. So your down dog test, send your this way. Hips high, beautiful. Hands over here. And you're gonna walk your toes up her back. And I'll make sure you don't fall. There you go. It's nice to have a spot, keep everyone safe. So try to bring your hands under your hips. Yeah, so then you're less heavy for her. If you bring your hips over your shoulders, you aren't as heavy. Gorgeous. Nice and strong, guys. And then you can bring your toes down on the side. Beautiful. All right, you want to try one more?
Sure.
All right, so this one you guys are going to get in a plank. So someone's going to be on the bottom, really, really strong plank here. See how I'm pressing away from me with my hands? So nice and strong. You're going to go, okay. And then you come over here and you're going to put your hands on his ankles. And remember how I talked about your hips coming over your shoulders? Make sure your shoulders stay over your wrists here, okay? Hands on his ankles and then bring your toes on his shoulders. Yep. There you go, you got it. Nice, you guys. Beautiful. You guys are strong. That looks amazing. And then you can walk off. You're not gonna kill him. How was that?
I don't know.
Do you want to try going on top?
I don't know.
Why don't you let him have a try? And then hands on her ankles. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. Yep, go ahead. And then toes come up. Perfect. Nice, guys. That looks beautiful. All right, and then toes come down on the side. Good work. All right. Let's see. We are going to get down and do a little bit of cool down stretching. And then we are going to do something called Shavasana. It's the way we end all yoga classes. So we're going to rest a little bit while I tell you guys a story. Okay? So come on down to your back. And we're going to send your knees over to one side. So let your knees come over to this side. And you can open your arms out. Maybe gaze over your left shoulder. Beautiful. And just relax. It's a nice little gentle twist on the back. Breathe in and out 2 times here. Good breath, Will. Nice. All right, come on and send your knees to the other side. Let them come over. Keep your arms out. Gaze over your right shoulder. And then you can do 2 more breaths here. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And then you can stretch yourself out really long. Let your legs come out, your arms come out. Get nice and loose. So maybe wiggle, 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 wiggle before you try to get still. Get all your wiggles out. And then you can close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes. Be very still. And imagine that in front of you is the most spectacular rainbow. It's made of all the colors, the reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues, and purples. As you look closer at the rainbow, you can see that it's made of tiny, sparkling lights. It's so beautiful. You decide to climb it. You start to put your hands on the rainbow, and you're climbing higher and higher, so full of excitement. You can't wait to see what is at the top of this rainbow. Once you get to the very top, you can see the whole world. You can see mountains and rivers and deserts and oceans. You can even see your house and your friends and your family, and it makes you feel so calm and peaceful standing on top of the rainbow looking at the world below you. Spend a few moments standing on top of the rainbow, enjoying the peace. And as you feel ready, you decide to slide down the rainbow. You sit down on your bottom, and you begin to slide down the biggest slide in the whole world. You are not afraid because you can choose to go fast or slow. You're in complete control. Have fun sliding down the biggest slide in the world. And once you get down to the bottom of the rainbow, what do you see? Have you entered a magical land? Is there a pot of gold? Maybe a unicorn or a dragon? Spend a few moments exploring the world at the end of the rainbow. And as you feel ready, make your way back onto your mat inside the yoga room. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Reach your hands high above you. Give yourself a long stretch. And then gently press your way up to a seat. Bring your hands together at your heart. Soften your eyes closed if they have opened along the way. The light and goodness in me was so happy to see the light and goodness in all of you. And we bow together with mutual respect. Namaste. How do you guys feel? Relaxed. Did you see a rainbow when you had your eyes closed? Yeah? How about you? Did you imagine a rainbow, and what did you see? A Neverland. That's so magical, right? And it's cool to see those beautiful, peaceful things in our mind, right? Remember at the beginning when I had you put your finger and thumb together like this and we put our yogi glasses on? Yeah. Do you know what it means when we put our finger and thumb together like this? Yes, it does. It means peace begins with me. Can you guys say that with me? Peace begins with me. We're going to whisper it this time. Peace begins with me. Nice. So all that means is that when you're really upset, have you guys ever cried where you just can't quite catch your breath and you're like, you are able to calm yourself down. How do you think you can calm yourself down if you're by breathing? Yes, like some of that breath we did today. And even if you have a million things going on in your mind and you can't seem to calm down, maybe you lay down, take a moment, and imagine some of those beautiful things in your mind that make you feel calm and peaceful, like Neverland, right? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Tess and Will, you guys were amazing. And I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day.